Hey, how's it going? It's Heather with Papers, Caffeine and Life. Grab your favorite drink, pull up a chair, get some cool paper, and let's get busy.
Hey, it's day 3 of Junk Journal July. So today's prompt is fold. What we're going to do today is I'm going to do a super simple, I call them quad pockets. You can put them straight down in your journal. You can leave them as a removable and paper clip them, whatever you want to do, but they're super easy. So this video shouldn't take very long at all. What you want to do is start with a piece of paper that is longer than it is wide. So I have a big map page and I've cut just a little bit off of each end. Well, I kind of tore it. And this is all I took off of each side. So, I mean, not like a ton, but you do want it small enough that it'll fit in your journal or whatever. So I'm hoping when we fold this, it'll fit. But you can also vary it a little bit depending on how drastically you fold it or how much you leave room. So you can play with it just a little bit and make it different sizes. So, this is best to do with double-sided paper. Now you don't have to. You could leave the other side white that's going to show, or you can ink it up, you can stamp on it, you can coffee dye it, anything. But it just looks really pretty if you do double-sided paper. So this is the one side of my map, this is the other side of my map. And you kind of want the more boring side to be facing you, just because this isn't going to show quite as much as the other side is, especially if you leave it as a removable where you can take it in and out of your journal. So what we're going to do is you're going to take the bottom corner that's facing you and you're going to fold it up. Now it doesn't matter if you fold it left to right or right to left. So you want to fold it so that your paper is straight across. So see, it's in like a straight line. And I have it zoomed way out, so hopefully you can see it, but my whole page wouldn't fit if I zoomed it in. So hopefully you can see it okay. All right, so once we have it straight across, we're gonna go ahead and crease it. You can use your bone folder or you can use your fingers, your scissors, whatever. Now the one thing I wouldn't recommend for this is super thin brittle paper, because it is going to have a lot of folding to it and kind of a lot of wear and tear. Now this one is an older map, but it's the real silky paper that has like a little bit of a tooth to it. So it's definitely going to stand up to what we're going to do. So now you're going to turn it so the straight edge that you just folded is facing you. So it kind of almost looks like those pirate hats that everybody used to make when they were kids. Now you're going to take one side and fold it just over halfway. And again, doesn't really matter which side you start with. And you're going to crease it there. Then you're going to take your other side, fold it over, and your other side is going to meet the end of your paper. So see where my point is? If I would have done it the other way, I would have met on this side. And if your paper is still too wide, say like this isn't going to fit in my journal, I could trim this off and I could fold it more. So let's just double check that this will fit in my journal. And yes, it will. All right, so it'll be a good size. So I don't have to trim anything. So again, make sure it goes all the way to the edge. Make sure the bottom is even and just fold it up. Just like that. And then this, so it's folded like this, okay? So this side is gonna come up and it's actually gonna tuck into this pocket. So you really don't even have to glue it. Now you can to give it extra strength, but you don't have to. The only part that I glue on this pocket is this bottom piece. Now you can leave it unglued. You don't have to, you don't have to glue it. It could just be like a slip through, like almost like a belly band. But I do glue this part. That's the only part of this pocket that I glue. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of art glitter on here. Okay, so our pocket is pretty much done. Now we can go ahead and decorate it, but first I'm going to show you the pockets that you're now gaining. So you have this bottom pocket, and I'm not going to push real hard because all of this down here is still drying, but you have this pocket, and these pockets are really, really nice size. They're not itty bitty at all. You have this big pocket back here. Then you have this one. This is pocket number 3, and of course as they go up they get bigger. And then you have this one back here. So you have 4 pockets, and if you choose to put this down, like glue it on the page, you could also glue it as another pocket, and you could have, you know, one behind it. I kind of like to make these removable, so I kind of like to decorate a little bit on both sides. But sometimes, now tell me what you think. Sometimes the way I think, if something is super busy and colorful like this map page, I don't like to do a ton to it because I think that looks really pretty. And I feel like if you do a ton to it, I feel like it takes away from the overall feel of the paper that you're using. Now, I will say I'll decorate it a little bit, but I don't like to go overboard. I don't like to completely cover everything that's there. I just don't feel like there's a necessity to do that. So I brought in some things. Now this is the only thing that I didn't plan out. Like, I haven't actually went on and been like, okay, this is the one I want to use, like I have done in some other videos. So I do apologize. But I kind of have like an idea of what I want to do a little bit. So I want to finish cutting this out, and I want to use this one. And then I have some other butterflies. Now, most of these I cut out on my Cricut. Sometimes it doesn't always work very well. That's why like this one is like half cut out, but it's okay. I mean, the majority of it's cut out, and I just have to trim a little bit, so I'm happy. That's kind of cute there. And then for the back, I brought some little miniature, they're like printable letters and things. And some of the postcards. These are different postcards than the ones that we used yesterday. So kind of like this one, I'm going to set this aside. So let me cut this out, and then I'll come back and we'll finish decorating it. Alright, so I have everything cut out. I went ahead and I did a quick ink, and I changed my butterfly to this one because I thought this one looked just a little bit better. So now we can go ahead and glue everything down. And I kind of think that I want to use a little bit of this lace at the bottom, because I think this project and this junk journal is looking really, really good with this lace. So we'll just kind of tie it back in a little bit. So that's done. Now we can glue our cute little ephemera pieces on. And to stuff this, I'm just going to use some parts that I've made and kind of like set aside. And then as we continue on, you know, in the month, maybe some of the pieces will lend itself to this particular project, and we can just kind of swap out the pieces. right, so that's all I'm going to do to the front. I think that looks really cute. And it still showcases the map that we used. Because, I mean, what's the sense of using really, really pretty paper if you're just going to completely cover it up? And then for the back, like I said, I have this postcard. So we're going to go ahead and get that straight down. And I inked a little tiny bit of the front of that as well. Okay, and then I have this really pretty, it's like a, I think it probably is to represent like a sprig of lavender. So I'm going to do that there, and then I'm going to put the butterfly, I think, right on top of it. Maybe I don't want it right on top of it. Maybe we'll put it like there. Okay, so that's what we'll do. Just like that. So then the back is done, and I'm not going to put lace across here. You totally could, but I don't think it needs it because you can still see the pretty lace from the other side. So now we can start filling our pockets. And let's see. I'm going to set my bin down so hopefully it doesn't get in the way too much. So I have that. Nope, that's too big. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't really go with it, but it'll work. So we can stick this in here. And as you can see, this is a little chunky and there's plenty of room in here. So we'll stick that in there. And then for this pocket, we could stick this in here. I think it'll fit. Whoops. Yes, that'll fit. And then for the next size down, what are we going to stick in there? We could do this piece. That one doesn't look right. Let's try a different one. Let's see, this one should work. Like that. And then for our little one, we could just, nope, that one's a little too big. This one actually looks really cute as it is, so we'll just stick that one in there. Very cute, very cute. All right, so you could have glued this down as a pocket. I see that now, but we have plenty of pockets on this page. So that's it, guys. I mean, super simple. You can customize it any way you want, and there's tons and tons and tons of space in this pocket for you to store stuff. So I hope you guys like this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. And if you have some friends that you think, hey, they might like this channel, please let them know about me. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow for day 4 of Junk Journal July. Till then, see ya.